Clayton, can you just share a little bit about your journey here to A&M, kind of, your road to getting here and how you got here?
Yeah, I mean, growing up less than an hour from here, I've always wanted to play here. And out of high school, didn't really have much opportunity, but had the chance to go play at one of the best junior colleges in the state of Texas at McLennan. And I mean, just grateful enough that I had the chance after my 1 year there to make it here.
Yeah. Did you come from a family of Aggies?
Actually, no, surprisingly, but my parents are from other places, not exactly around here, but I mean, everybody, friends from my school. I mean, it's hard not to want to be an Aggie when you live less than an hour from here.
Yeah. How'd they end up in Waller, Texas, of all places?
Yeah, my dad was a police officer for Houston, so him and my mom wanted land out, and there was the cheapest land was out west, so they made their way out to a little town called Waller. Yeah.
Coach said he wants to use you in high leverage innings. What was it about your game, your mentality that makes you good for those kind of situations, whether it's last inning or a key inning?
Yeah, I think it's kind of a good and a bad thing that I'm kind of a perfectionist, and I hate making mistakes. So if anything, I feel like in those big moments, I kind of want to. And my mindset is if we're up in the score, then the game's over. If I come in, not like I don't want to think of. I'm not an egotistical person at all, but like that's kind of like the mindset I feel like I need to have to come in there, and that's just how it is. I feel like for me.
What do you see as some of your best skill sets as a pitcher? How would you describe yourself?
I think I control the zone and dominate the zone pretty well. I mean, I have an issue whenever I don't throw strikes, so I feel like if anything, really just pounding the zone, so like the hitters really kind of don't know what's coming and everything's going to be a strike in most of the cases.
Is that closer position kind of how you've always envisioned yourself, or?
I feel like I've always seen myself as kind of like an all over the place kind of guy. Like I started last year at McLennan, closed a little bit in high school. I mean, majority in high school. So like I feel like when it comes down to the situation role wise, I'm kind of whatever you need me for. I just want to win, to be honest.
What was Friday like for you, the entire experience from the run out to getting the final out of the ballgame?
Oh yeah, I mean, I think to say adrenaline was rushing is definitely an understatement, but I knew going into it that it was just going to be a little bit more amped up, and just knew that I had to be able to control it in that moment in order. I mean, circumstances weren't great, weather. I knew that I couldn't really worry about that necessarily and just go out there and do my thing. I was pretty confident that how I prepared is how I always prepare, and I knew that going into it I was going to be okay.
What has it been like for you to work with Jason Kelly, and how have you seen yourself evolve as a pitcher since you arrived here?
I think JK's the best. I mean, there's no question that when it comes to a guy that has the most feel, he has the most feel. I mean, when it comes to, obviously, I think it's a good even mix with our analytics guys like Jack and Jace, and you get like not the old school kind of guy, but the guy like JK that just teaches you how to win and how to pitch when you need to pitch. I think it's made my game way better than I've ever been.
What did that year at McLennan do for you? How'd you change maybe physically, and how'd your game change on the field?
Oh yeah, I mean, I definitely had to learn to adapt with throwing a lot. Like, I mean, coming out of high school, like your high school kids have no idea how much you throw whenever you get into college. And I mean, I think that's the most at the junior college level. I think that just going there and getting to be with the team that I necessarily wasn't always like super close with. I got really close with those guys, and going to grind every single day with them gave me like a new look on how to like see teammates and how to work with each other. And I feel like if anything, that just made me as a better teammate, if anything.
How's that carried over here to A&M now that you've been here a few months?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard not to be good teammates with these guys. Like everyone here nobody's like the cancer of the group. Nobody's like the bad guy of the bunch. So like I feel like if anything, being able to connect with these guys was so easy, and being able to go to work with them every day is something simple, and it's like a fun task. It's not like I got to go to practice type of thing.
You speak about mindset earlier. So after opening weekend 3-0, but some things to work on. What is the mindset in that clubhouse right now?
I think for sure going into next week that I feel like the emotions and kind of like everyone's going to be adrenaline and be amped, but I feel like if anything now it's kind of like, all right, the first one's out of the way. Now it's just we can attack the next weekend and keep attacking. And I feel like guys have learned how to deal with that emotions a little bit more. Like definitely a guy like me, I never threw in front of that many people. So being able to learn how how to go through it and about it the right way is something that I feel like everyone kind of figured out.
Got a pretty unique surname. I think I saw your trick out there with the sticker. How it seems like you've embraced that. How have you embraced it? It seems like it's a good baseball.
No, I mean, I've heard people, a couple people, always, I mean, everybody I feel loves it and I love it, but I feel like some people were like, oh, dang, that sucks. That's a bad last name. And I'm like, nah, man, I love it. I mean, it's I was told ever since I was little, it's a good and a bad thing, that it's kind of hard. It's not easy to forget. So my parents always harped on me, never do anything bad because they won't ever forget your last name.
Plays well into like an NIL shirt or something like that. You got our logos or branding. It seems
Yeah,
like
maybe.
good branding.
So maybe, hopefully, one day down the road.
Okay, I gotta ask, guy from Waller, do people in Waller go to Buc-ee's a lot?
That's the only thing we have. I mean,
What's your favorite thing at Buc-ee's?
oh, it used to be they had a big red slushie. Now they don't anymore. But I feel like everyone goes for like the beaver nuggets or like the pulled pork sandwiches. I mean, it's definitely the place after school everybody would go and get a snack and just hang out. I mean, I feel like everybody has to stop there if they see it.
Did you ever work there?
No, I mean, they get paid really well, but no, I have not.